Hello, Hawthorne Kindergarten families. It's Mr. Thomas again. I've taken some suggestions from people that watched the first video about the screen not being visible on the device that you were looking at. So I have changed what I'm doing. I am behind the camera tonight, but hello to all of you kindergarten students. We were going to be doing Unit 14, Lesson 2, Part 1. The first activity that we're going to be doing is Guess My Word. So families at home, the students may be able to guess the word quickly. We're going to be working on CVC words or closed syllable words. So there's going to be a consonant, vowel, consonant. The red letter will always be in the middle. So your students may be able to quickly identify what the word is going to be. If they can't, I will also drop the letters down and they can say the sounds as they fall down. You might also hear some other voices in the background as it is our homework time this evening. So if you hear any voices in the background, don't worry, it is our homework time. As they're doing homework, I am creating lessons for you guys at home. So our first word, we've got ix, mix. Our next word, yes. Our next word is bat. Bat. Our next word, ox. Fox. Our next word, hug. Our next word, leg. Our next word, kid. Our next word, hog. Our next word, van. Our next word, six. Since we have a number, let's count to 6, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is the number that comes before 6? You're right, the number that comes before 6 is 5. What is the number 1 greater than 6? If you said 7, you are correct. Our next word, we've got red. Yak. Quit. If you remember last month, our word was perseverance. So you're going to fight through things, just like right now we need to continue to persevere and get through this and not quit. Our next word, hen. Next word. Yam. All right, now we are to Unit 14, Lesson 2, Part 2. In this activity, we're doing this letter or that. So to start with, we have the letters QU that says qua, that's at the beginning of queen. And we also have the letter Y that says y, like at the beginning of yes. Our first picture, if you're new to this at home, the pictures will show up down here at the bottom of the screen. Our first picture is quail. You're correct. It begins with qua. Our next picture, quilt. It also begins with qua, like in queen. Next we got yacht. Yacht begins with y. Next we have quarter. What's the first sound you hear in quarter? Qua is correct. Next we've got question. What's the first sound you hear in question? Qua is correct. Next we got yawn. What's the first sound you hear in yawn? Yeah is correct. Next we got yo-yo. What's the first sound you hear in yo-yo? Yeah is correct. Next we got quick. What's the first sound you hear in quick? Qua is correct. Next is yellow. What's the beginning sound that you hear in yellow? Yeah is correct. Next we got yogurt. Beginning sound in yogurt is yeah. Now one thing that my children like is to get the Go-Gurts and put them in the freezer to freeze them and then have them as snacks. So that's one thing they've been doing since we've been home, freezing the Go-Gurts and then eating them as a frozen snack. Next is quiet. What's the beginning sound that you hear in quiet? Qua is correct. Next, we've got yarn. What's the beginning sound that you hear in yarn? Yeah is correct. So those pictures that begin with qua, like in queen, we have quail, quilt, quarter, question, quick, and quiet. Those words that begin with the letter Y that say yeah, like yes, we've got yacht, yawn, yo-yo, yellow, yogurt, and yarn. Our next letters that we're going to be working with, we have the letter X. And in this lesson, if you hear the letter X, you will be hearing that at the end of the word, like in mix. This is the final sound in mix. And we also will have the letter V that says V, like in violin. Sorry. Our first word, axe. What sound do you hear in axe? Do you hear x or v in axe? We hear x at the end. Remember, all the words that have the x will have it at the end of the word. Parents and families at home, if your students are struggling with this, that is okay. We had just started. We got about halfway through Unit 14 before we were called off with school, and it's been a kind of a challenge before we got on our break here with this letter X being at the end. So if they're struggling with that, that is okay. Next we got vegetables. What sound do you hear in vegetables? Do you hear x or v? You hear v. Next, you've got 6. Do you hear x or v in 6? Do you hear a x? And just like before, we counted to 6. Count with me again, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Our next word, ox. What sound do you hear in ox? Do you hear x or v? You do hear x at the end. Next, we have vacuum. What sound do you hear in vacuum? Do you hear x or v in vacuum? In vacuum, you hear v. Next, we have van. What sound do you hear in van? Do you hear x or v in van? You do. You hear v in van. Next, we got max. What sound do we hear in max? Do we hear x or v in max? We hear x at the end of max. Next, we have vase. What sound do you hear in vase? Do you hear x or v in vase? We hear v in vase. Next, we got fox. What sound do we hear in fox? Do you hear x or v in fox? You hear x at the end. Next, we have a volcano. What sound do you hear in volcano? Do you hear x or v in volcano? You hear v in volcano. Next, we have wax. What sound do we hear in wax? Do we hear x or v in wax? You hear x at the end of wax. Our next word, vehicle. What sound do we hear in vehicle? Do you hear x or v in vehicle? If you said v, you are correct. Those words that end with the letter X that says x, like at the end of mix, we have axe, 6, ox, max, fox, and wax. Those letters that begin with the letter V that says v, we've got violin, vegetables, vacuum, van, vase, volcano, and vehicle. All right, next we have Unit 14, Lesson 2, Part 3. This is one of the students' favorite activities. They get to come up and be the teacher, and during lesson they only get to come up one time. So those of you that are at home, enjoy being able to be the teacher every single word today. So with which letter? We have the word box. What sound do we hear at the end of box? Find the letter that ends box. It is the letter X. Let's read through those sounds. B, A, X, box. Our next word is yes. What sound do you hear at the beginning of the word yes? Find the y. Good, that is the letter Y. Let's read through those sounds. Y, S, yes. Next we got fox. What sound do we hear at the end of fox? Good, if you said x, find the x that ends in fox. Good job, that is the letter X. Read through those sounds. Ox, fox. Next we have ham. What's the first sound you hear in ham? Is the beginning sound in ham. Find the Good. That is the letter H. Read through those sounds. Ham. Next we have wax. What's the ending sound that you hear in wax? Good, it is x. Now find the x. Good job. Read through those sounds. X. Wax. Next we have mug. What's the beginning sound that you hear in mug? Good job, it is Now find the Good, that is the letter M. Read through those sounds, please. G. Mug. Next we have rug. What's the beginning sound that you hear in rug? Good job, it is R. Now find the R. Good, that is the letter R. Read through those sounds, please. R, G, rug. Next we have van. What's the beginning sound that you hear in the word van? V is correct. Find the V. Good job. That is the letter V. Read through those sounds with me. V, A, N. Van. Next is nap. What's the first sound that you hear in nap? It is N. Now find the letter that makes the N sound. Good. It is the letter N. Read through those sounds with me, please. N, A, P, nap. Our next word is jam. What's the beginning sound that you hear in jam? That's correct. It is the letter that goes J. Find the J. It is the letter J. Let's read through those sounds. J, A, M, jam. Next we have net. What's the first sound that you hear in net? It is N. Find the N. Good, it is the letter N. Let's read through those sounds. N, E, T, net. Next we have sit. What's the first sound that you hear in sit? Good job, it is S. Find the S, which is the letter S. Let's read through those sounds. S, it, t, sit. Next we have hug. What's the first sound that you hear in the word hug? H is correct. Find the H. Good, it is the letter H. Read through those sounds with me. H, G, hug. Next word, dog. What's the first sound that you hear in dog? D is correct. Find the D. Good job, that is the letter D. Let's read through those sounds. D, A, G, dog. And one of our dogs is right down here. There is a little bit. He's not so little. He just came and sat down behind the spot. So there is a little bit, everybody. I've talked about little bit to the kids, so that is a little bit. All right, get the phone back and set. All right. Our next word is cat. What's the first sound that you hear in cat? What's the first sound you hear in cat? K is correct. Find the K. You are correct. It is the letter C that goes K. Now read through those sounds with me. K, A, cat. Now, McKenna didn't want to feel left out with her pet, so there is Miss McKenna and her cat, Bo. So we have 2 cats and 2 dogs. We've got 2 black animals and 2 white animals. 1 white dog, 1 black dog, 1 black cat, 1 white cat. So you met Little Bit and Bo. All right. Next we got bag. What's the beginning sound that you hear in bag? B is correct. Find the B. Good job. It is the letter B. Read through those sounds with me, please. B, A, G. Bag. Students, what is missing from this bag to when we met our mystery friends? What is missing? What is it called that it was on our mystery bag? It's not a mystery mark. It is a... Good job. It is a question mark that is missing on that bag if it was going to be our mystery bag. Next, we got 6. What sound is the ending sound in 6? Good. The ending sound in 6 is X. Find the X. Good. It is the letter X. Let's read through the sounds. S, I, X. 6. 3 more to go. We have bed. What's the beginning sound that you hear in bed? B is correct. Find the B. It is the letter B. Let's read through the sounds. B, E, D. Bed. Next we have hat. What is the first sound that you hear in the word hat? Is correct. Find the Good job. That is the letter H that goes Read through those sounds with me. At, hat. And our last one, we have leg. What's the first sound we hear in leg? Ul is correct. Find the ul. That is correct. That is the letter L that goes ul. Read through those sounds with me, please. Ul, e, g. Leg. All right, the next video that I will have for you in a couple days is going to be Unit 14, Lesson 3. Thank you for participating. If you have any suggestions for things that weren't working well, please let me know. A couple of things that were brought to my attention last time was that the screen wasn't big enough and I didn't provide enough wait time for your students. So if there's anything else that you do not see as working, please message me via email, robert.thomas@keokukschools.org, or you can private message me if your child's classroom teacher has a Facebook group class page. You can private message me in that, or you can also notify your classroom teacher, and your classroom teacher can notify me. Thanks for tuning in. We will catch you next time for Unit 14, Lesson 3.